Welcome, everyone. My name is Jeannie Skiffington. I spent much of my career as a motivational speaker and corporate trainer, having delivered over 1,000 full-day seminar programs in over 45 states. I have learned so much from so many people, and today I share some keys to a positive attitude for about 15 minutes with you. This really is a checkup from the neck up. We all have to think about where we are in our attitude. We might have a great attitude, and then circumstances can be such that our attitude sinks into a negative place. I'm going to read something just right now that has always impacted me a great deal. It's called Why is Attitude So Important? The longer I live, the more I realize the impact of attitude on life. Attitude to me is more important than facts. It is more important than the past, than education, than money, than circumstances, than failures, than successes, than what other people think or say or do. It is more important than appearance, giftedness, or skill. It will make or break a company, a church, a home, and certainly a person. The remarkable thing is that we have a choice every day regarding the attitude we will embrace for that day. We cannot change the past. We cannot change the fact that people will act in a certain way. We cannot change the inevitable. The only thing we can do is play on the one string we have, and that is our attitude. I am convinced that life is 10% what happens to us and 90% how we react to it. Success is 99% failure. I'm about to share with you some examples from the life of a person as inspiration to all of us. See if you know who this is. Failed in business, age 22. Ran for the legislature and defeated, age 23. Again failed in business, age 24. Elected to the legislature, age 25. Sweetheart died, age 26. Had a nervous breakdown, age 27. Defeated for speaker, age 29. Defeated for elector, age 31. Defeated for Congress, age 34. Elected to Congress, age 37. Defeated to Congress, age 39. Defeated for the Senate, age 46. Defeated for Vice President, age 47. Defeated for the Senate, age 49. Elected President of the United States, age 51. Who is this failure? You may know. The value of courage, persistence, and perseverance has rarely been illustrated more convincingly than in the life story of Abraham Lincoln. This serves as inspiration to all of us to be able to better deal with the challenges we face in life. You know, I often think life is a maze. It really is. Think about how you do a maze. When you see a maze, you tend to do it with your eyes first. Okay, I got it. And then you take pencil to paper. And then you end up hitting a wall. And what do? By process of elimination, you back up, you try another route. You may hit another wall. Again, by process of elimination, you've learned something, you're creating perspective, you believe there's a way out, so you're going to figure it out. Life to me is just like that. Life is amazing. When it comes to attitude, ask yourself if you're taking poison or are you taking vitamins when it comes to your self-talk. Let's talk about that for a second. Destructive self-talk or constructive self-talk will get you to a place you want to be. Here we go. Destructive self-talk is more or less subjective. Poor me, woe is me, life isn't fair, this stinks. Yeah, we all deal with that, but we can't let it drag us down. We might want to seek revenge, get even with this one, that one, or the other one. Again, human reactions, but we have to catch ourselves and adjust that attitude as needed. We might cling to the problem, get caught up in placing blame. We become the troublemaker at work, steer clear, that one's always in a bad place. We become a victim of circumstances. And we become part of the problem rather than part of the solution. And incidentally, this is a painful place to be. This is not a place you want to be. With constructive self-talk, you're going to be objective. Okay, who are the other players? Where are they coming from? Why are they behaving that way? Care and think about other people outside of yourself. Search for answers, think, believe in possibility. We've all heard that, but sometimes we don't use it when we need to because we're stuck in destructive self talk. Become a peacemaker, be proactive over possibilities, be a victor over circumstances. And winning feels better than losing any day of the week. Become part of the solution. I'm going to give you a personal example. It's kind of a funny story. Many years ago, we had a dog when the kids were growing up. And after the kids were gone, we moved into a different house, and it was a brand new neighborhood. There was no landscaping, no trees. And so in my previous house, the dog rarely barked looking out the back sliding glass door. In this house, it was different. The dog was looking out the sliding glass door and barking at every kid, cat, and dog and person riding their kids around all day long. I was alone in the house and I was dealing with a barking dog. She would be on her hind legs. It was a Doberman. She would be on her hind legs and there would be slobber on the sliding glass door from eyeball height all the way down. This happened over a period of a couple of months. I sunk into a destructive self talk situation. I remember thinking, I am going to scratch her eyeballs out and then she will stop doing that. Now I know that's crazy, and we all know when we get a little wacky. Interestingly, during that time, I never really talked to anyone about it. Have you ever dealt with this? Did you ever found a solution to this? I just kind of struggled alone. One day I was in the paper store and I was just in a regular logical mindset and I happened to notice foam boards. And I thought to myself, I wonder if I pick up two foam boards, put them in the sliding glass door. Halfway up the sliding glass door, easy to put in, easy to take out. I bet the dog won't bark. Well, I took a chance. I bought them, brought them home. This cost me, I don't know, $5 or $7. Put the foam boards in the sliding glass door. Guess what? Problem was over. Dog couldn't see the kids, the cats, and the dogs, so she didn't bark. So what I found is when my mind got logical as opposed to emotional and destructive, I actually found a solution. I suffered unnecessarily for 2 months thinking I was going to scratch the dog's eyeballs out. That would be the solution. Well, we knew that was wacky, but constructive self-talk can help solve even day-to-day silly little problems we deal with. Are you an optimist or a pessimist? Let's find out. If you're a pessimist, on your tombstone, it's going to be very simple. It's simply going to say, I knew this would happen. What are you going to do? It is what it is. You're born, you die. That's it. What's in the middle? You suffer, you work. It's no fun. An optimist, on the other hand, on their tombstone, it's going to be very simple. It's going to say, the best is yet to come. I've said that so many times that when that happens for me, that will be on my tombstone. Because when my family comes to visit or look, I want them to remember me for believing in the future. Because you see, this isn't really about death or tombstones. It's about believing in the future. We all have to believe in God-given talent, possibility, and the future. We can't get stuck in destructive attitude. I want you to think about how you would rate your attitude for the past 6 months. Think back to a time when you had a great attitude. What was that time in your life like? What made it so good? Sometimes circumstances can have us sink into a negative attitude. So on a scale of 0 to 100, where would you put your attitude? I can tell you where you will suffer less. You'll suffer less at the higher end, closer to that 100. A totally negative attitude is someone who's closed-minded and inflexible. Don't want it, don't care, leave me alone. Apathetic, bored, pessimistic, critical of the world around them. Life stinks, it just plain stinks. A totally positive person, and we're all going to be somewhere in the middle. We're not going to be totally negative or totally positive, but a positive person is going to be open-minded, flexible, understanding, interested, enthusiastic. Really, I didn't know that. I'll have to try that. I never knew. Thank you for telling me. That's great. Optimistic and tolerant of other people, accepting of other people as well. Believe in the future. From 1976 to 1980, in my career, I was in a very competitive place in sales. I was competing in a field of 12,000 people, and I had to rank in the top 50. This was in sales. This was not an easy task. Um, During that time, it was nerve-wracking. I was reaching for a higher goal, and I knew I had to achieve this. 99.5% of me wanted to give up. 0.5% said, you can't. Boy, that was a tough, painful time for me. I'm sure you can relate. Anyway, one day we go to church in Lowell, Massachusetts, St. Margaret's Parish. And there was a priest who gave a sermon. And in his sermon, he gave the following story, which changed my life that day. I'll share it with you. He talked about a master painter who had students. And during the course of his teaching, he had one student who had created a masterpiece that was absolutely unbelievable, recognized everywhere, incredible, outstanding, etc. Student came into class not long after and found his painting destroyed. Said to the teacher, "What on earth happened to my painting?" The teacher said, "I destroyed it." The student said, "Why on earth would you do that? Everybody thought it was remarkable, incredible. Why?" And the teacher said, "If I hadn't destroyed it, you'd have thought it was your best. I can't let that happen to you." Wow. I left church that day with a renewed attitude about how I was going to face this fierce competition of ranking in the top 50 in a field of 12,000 salespeople. That changed my life. It allowed me to press on. It got my attitude back where I needed to be for strength and courage to reach my goals. When you're excited about life, nothing bothers you. When you're not excited about life, everything stinks. And so, if everything stinks, you got to ask yourself, what can I do to put a little excitement in my life, whatever that might be? It might be going out to dinner. It might be making a phone call. It might be taking piano lessons. It might be taking photography. It might be buying a treadmill. Find something that you look forward to that will give you some excitement in life, even if work is doldrums day in and day out. If you come home and you look forward to a particular class, a particular event, a walk outside, whatever it might be, you are responsible for putting some excitement in your own life. And when you look forward to things, your attitude will change because you're changing your own focus from ho hum, I'm bored, I hate life, work stinks, to, oh, I'm going to look forward to doing that. I want you to think about when you do some remodeling in your home or your apartment. You get up and you look at it after it's done every day for a month, and you get joy from that. And you look at it and you enjoy it, and it gives you comfort. We have the same responsibility about our life. Do some life remodeling that makes you feel good. What are you excited about personally? What are you excited about professionally? Find something you're excited about, look forward to, want to do. As far as professionally, I want you to think about the job. Anybody who does the same job for years and years and years and years can fall into the trap of being bored. Find something you get excited about, some task that you shorten, improve, eliminate. Every time you go to the office, you're going to say, nice, I don't have to do this, I fix that. It feels good. Find things to be excited about professionally and find things to be excited about personally. That will make a great big difference in your attitude. I want you to think that life is a game, and I want you to think about the game Monopoly. Whenever people play Monopoly, everybody wants to win. We don't start out saying, I'll play, but I'm willing to lose. You win, it's okay. No, that's not how we play. We want to pass go, collect our $200. We want to own Boardwalk and Park Place. We don't want to own that cruddy little Virginia place on the first go around. We want to win. Life is not about lowering our standards. Life is about winning at life and making the best of what you have. Make the best decisions, get as far as you can get, win as much as you can win. Feel good about the victories, absolutely. You know, I've always said, and this is a quote that you can quote me on, that I didn't get from anybody else. And I've learned this just in my life. Winning is not what the world gives you. It's what you give yourself. Give yourself all the winning you deserve. You have the God given talent to make that happen. Choose your attitude. Win at life. Thank you for listening.